gotta get to the show. Hey guys.
As a kid, you go to McDonald's, you want a toy. Now I go to McDonald's, I don't even want evidence.
Thank you so much for saying that.
My parents are the most conservative Hindus you can find. So much so that they convinced us that they are virgins.
So you guys heard my name's Randy? Yeah, it has been hard.
So I've been riding the gender rails my whole life because I'm a tall lady, I'm 6'1". We normally don't come in this model.
And I look great, you have to say it.
Okay, well, joining me now are two of the members of the incredible roster of the 14 rising comedy stars featured in the new Wave of Standup Season 6. It's now streaming on CBC Gem, and they'll also be broadcast on CBC starting Tuesday, September the 16th, with 4 30-minute episodes. Joining you right now are two of our local celebs, our local comics, Raajiee Chelliah and Wassim El-Mounzer, who both happen to live in Laval right now, but they're not in the same room, but they know each other. Have you, Wassim, have you ever appeared on stage with Raajiee? Have you ever done a show together?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very often.
I imagine you must have ended up at the House of Jazz with my good friend Mr. Fantastic at some point.
Absolutely. Yeah, I live right by there actually. Yeah.
All right, terrific. I went and saw a show there a few months ago. I had a great time. So let's start off with you, Raajiee. Tell us your background, where you grew up, and how you became a comedian.
Yeah, I grew up in Montreal. I was born here, grew up here. My parents are from Sri Lanka. So just growing up in like a very tight-knit community that, really values preserving the culture that is the Tamil spaces in Sri Lanka, because we're the minority in Sri Lanka. So it's like we had a very tight-knit community growing up. So it was a lot of nuanced stories and a lot of community gathering and religious gatherings and whatnot. So that's kind of what I was immersed in. And so there's always a lot of quirky things that happen when random members of the community get together. And I guess that's where I built my stories. It's very, I feel like my comedy is very observational. And at the same time, I also just talk about my personal experiences, just growing up with my parents and their experiences in Canada. So yeah, that's how I got into comedy, just talking about my experience growing up here.
Okay, that's interesting. So Wassim, tell us, you were born in Lebanon, you grew up in Montreal. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, grew up in the West Island, went to English school, got into comedy pretty late, actually. I went to McGill. I was going to go the whole kind of I guess, traditional route, studied science, was a good boy. My mom was proud of me. I hope she's still proud of me. But yeah, I always wanted to try comedy, but I was too much of a coward when I was younger. I would go to the Comedy Works, watch all the time. One time I called the Comedy Works to do the open mic when I was 18, and then I panicked and hung up when I think it was Jimbo at the time answered. Huh. I moved abroad, lived in Korea, taught there for 4 years after McGill. And I got an opportunity to try an open mic over there because it felt very low pressure. Just you're performing to a bunch of drunk expats who are teaching English, or military, US military people who are in Korea, English speakers. And I fell in love with it. I really liked it, and moved back to Montreal 2015. So I've been, pretty much started around then, and going all right. I'm talking to you, so that's got to be a good sign.
So you're a full-time stand-up comic?
Yes, I'm full-time.
and where are your most of your gigs?
Comedy Nest, various shows with MTL Comedy Club, corporate shows, go to Ottawa, clubs like Laugh Lounge. I go to Toronto, out east sometimes. We recorded this in Vancouver. So trying to get out of the city more, but in the city, Comedy Nest, I'm there a lot. You could see me MC there pretty often, and various other shows, like I said, MTL Comedy Club, or other there's other regular shows that happen in Montreal. House of Jazz have done a bunch, stuff like that. Yeah.
So Raajiee, where could we see you on stage? Where do you perform generally?
Yeah, kind of similarly to Wassim. NTL Comedy Club puts up shows every night throughout the city, and then the Comedy Nest on the weekends. Normally I'll do that, and like McKibben's, for example, that's a great spot to go catch comedy on Mondays and Tuesdays. So I'll be there often, like trying out some new stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So tell me, your comedy style. What are the kind of things people could expect? The type of jokes that you're going to give us when you're on stage. Well, you had sold us a little bit earlier, but like, what could we expect, and what could we expect to see on this new wave of stand-up?
Who goes first?
Go ahead,
sorry.
Raajiee. Go ahead, Raajiee. You're on stage. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, like I can dabble between like, personal experiences and observational comedy. So you can expect a lot of like, just poking at like a little bit at the racism that like, we faced growing up in French Quebec. And then you can expect a lot of stories about my family, and just poking fun at just the random stuff that my parents do and how they react to my life, and the second gen kids, I guess. And that's pretty much it. I also talk a little bit about like my personal life, and yeah.
How does your family know that they're part of the script?
A little bit. They refuse to listen and watch my comedy because they don't want to know too much, I guess, about my life outside of home and the community. So
Yeah,
anytime it like pops up on the TV or like someone
yeah.
at home is watching it, they kind of try to block their ears
Well, I was pleased to hear that you're a Cedar Crest Elementary and a Laurel Academy grad. So we've got to figure out a way to bring you back for some kind of benefit for those two schools. They all do. All schools need to do benefits, and I'm sure it's good for your material because the Quebec government, nothing to laugh at, is chopping school boards to smithereens right now in the budget. So I think we're all going to have to do comedy shows. Wassim, how would you describe your style of comedy? What do you like to joke around about?
Speaking of, I talk a lot about like language, being an Anglophone in Quebec and stuff. I have a lot of material about that. In this new wave, I have a bit about that. Various life experiences, culture, language, my experience teaching English in Korea and teaching English in various other places. I talk about that as well. Just personal experiences, and that's mostly it.
Do you have any Francois Legault jokes that you do sometimes? I mean, does the Quebec government, the CAC government, do they give you good material?
Yes, but I'm under strict watch from them, so I gotta be careful.
Are you really under a strict watch from them?
Right now,
Really?
so I don't want to go.
Okay,
I don't have any jokes about Francois Legault specifically. No, more about personal experiences of being an Anglophone, but
not the Sugar Sammy style where he goes after them full tilt.
Not quite. No, I go a little more of like my experience versus like I don't know. Let's say going at them full on. Not that I dislike that. It's just most of my stuff is a little more self-deprecating. Sammy's he's a charming, handsome guy. I make fun of myself a little more than he does.
Okay.
I'm not as charming or handsome as he is.
Raajiee, do you get into politics ever when you're doing your routines?
I think the most I'll get into politics is really talking about the racism that I face and have faced like growing up. I think that's as political as I'll get. I don't know, things can change. That's the cool part about comedy. You can literally flip the script.
Raajiee, what kind of racism did you face?
So much. I think like when I was in school, just like getting on the bus and so I think like the area that I was in like living in, in Cartierville. I was like probably the only kid of color, I guess, getting on that particular bus. So whenever I would get on, there was this one kid that would just shout out, it's like, oh, it smells like curry, it smells like curry. And like they would all like kind of block their nose. And then
I just
yeah.
want to really apologize for that, Raajiee. I didn't mean.
Yeah.
That's true. I think about it.
See, we're even getting some comedy right here from Wassim. You know?
That's how
Do it
good.
again.
But yeah, no. So it was just it was that, and then luckily I had older sisters who stepped in, and then
Yeah, so
got
it's bullying. I mean, not only racism, but it's a form of bullying.
exactly. It's a
Which,
combination too. It's rooted in racism. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, it's been a few years since you've been at Laurel Hill Academy, but I mean, we know in the school system we try to protect our students, but people of all ages can be. I mean, I'm in my early 60s, and I'm getting cyberbullied nowadays by people on Instagram and stuff like that. So it happens to all of us now, even worse perhaps right now because of the internet.
Yeah, agreed.
Exactly. So let me ask you this, Wassim. Any Donald Trump jokes? Do we give us any Donald Trump jokes?
I don't have any off the top of my head. I mean, I feel like I mean, just his existence the fact that people still believe in him is a joke to me. But
Yes.
to be honest, like just because it's a topic that's covered by like Daily Show, all these major things, I try to stay
Yeah.
away from stuff that's already been done to death a little. Not that there's a million things to say, but I'm like, what am I going to have? I don't care enough about it. Not that I don't care. I think he's horrific, to be honest.
Yeah.
And what's going on is insane. But I don't have anything to say that I haven't already seen on, with like a team of writers at SNL and all these other places. So when I go on stage, you're not going to hear much about Donald Trump. Again, it's more personal experience. I think as a stand-up now, like to really kind of stand out and be original, like the only thing you could talk about that no one else is talking about is like your experiences. Not that
Right.
you can't talk about the world filtered through your experiences.
It
All
makes
that to
it more.
say, long, boring answer. I don't have any jokes about Donald
Okay.
Trump. It is dumb.
So
And,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So just to wrap up, I'll ask you each the same question. Performing in Vancouver at Just for Laughs on a show that's going to be on CBC Gem, which people can stream for free. I guess Raajii's popped up on screen now, so I'll ask her. What does that do for your career to get that type of exposure? Raajiee first.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's amazing. I think in a way, I think for me and my family more so, it legitimizes the career itself. Just like oh, I'm gonna be on TV, which is great. It gives us credits to be able to go around the country and perform on at different venues and at different cities. Also, if we want to get out of Canada too, I think that's a good credit to have. And yeah, it was just a great experience overall. So I'm just really grateful that I was able to do that, and with Wassim too. So it was nice.
Yeah. Well, Wassim, there was only 14 people chosen for this, so you must feel pretty privileged.
yeah, very, very much so. Glad it wasn't 13. I could have been left out, but yeah, I do. It was a really cool experience. It was on my birthday, which was really nice. And it was my second time in Vancouver, and I had a little more time to check out the city. And it was cool doing it with Raajiee, who's a good friend of mine, both two Lavalites out in Vancouver representing Quebec. Yeah, great experience. And yeah, I hope people watch it and like it. And please follow me on Instagram. I don't have 10,000 followers.
Yeah,
And
so listen, I'm going to make a deal. I'm going to follow both of you on Instagram if you follow me, and we'll help each other out. I tell you, first of all, this is terrific. CBC Gem, I'm a huge fan. People can go on for free, just register once. It's free. You stream anytime, and the great thing is, I know that I'll start watching it when it airs, and you do it at your own time. It's not like waiting for a show to appear at a certain night. And then the traditional folks can wait until September and see it on the small screen. So thank you both for your time. Good luck, and thanks for making the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay.